Hey guys, it's Kyle Thompson here with eXp Realty, bringing you another monthly market update, and this week we're going to be focusing on single-family dwellings. Let's jump right into it. All right, so at a glance, we had 180 new listings, 85 new sales. The average list price was $867,747. The average sale price is $830,848. The average sale price to list ratio was 95.89. Average days on market was just shy of 53, and we ended the month with an inventory of 494. So let's jump over and take a look at what that does to the market conditions. As always, I like to use the monthly supply of inventory method as well as the sales to new listing ratio, as I find using both measures gives a more complete picture of what's going on in the market. With that said, when looking at the monthly supply of inventory, we see that the trend towards higher inventory continues. We kind of peaked out there back in December, but that's just a bit of a seasonal anomaly. However, all year inventory has been building, and we are now on the cusp of a buyer's market, which would be the first one in quite some time. If we use the sales to listing ratio instead, we see that in July, we were right on the cusp of a buyer's market, but last month we did tick up a little bit and put us pretty much right in the middle of a neutral market. Now let's jump over and take a look at the active inventory. For the third month in a row, we've had fewer new listings coming online, with August coming in at 180, down from 219 in July. A similar trend for new sales, falling from 93 in July down to 85 in August. However, expireds continue to tick up, coming in last month at 52, which is a high for this year. It is the highest going back until November of last year. However, the benchmark price for a home continues to climb, rising from 658,400 in July up to 664,000 in August, so just shy of $6,000. Now let's jump over and take a look at the end of month inventory. Last month we ended the month with an inventory of 494, which is the highest this time of year going back to 2016, and currently we're about 12% above the 10-year average of 440. If we take a look at new listings instead, we see that so far year to date we have 1,552 new listings, which is within 1% of the 10-year average. However, if we jump over and take a look at sales, it's a completely different story. So far, year to date, we've only had 731 new sales, which is the lowest in the last decade. And currently, we are sitting about 22% below the 10-year average of 493. Now, let's jump over and take a look at the sales dashboard, starting off with average sale price. This table is measuring year-over-year changes, so a full year over a full year. And when looked at that way, sale price is actually up 3.43% when looked at in aggregate. Currently, the most expensive areas of town are Sun Peaks, Tobiano, and Knutsford, all with an average sale price of $1 million or more, whereas the cheapest areas of town are Paul Lake, Monty Lake, and Red Lake, all with an average sale price of $500,000 or less. Now let's jump over and take a look at the sale to list price ratio. All this is a measure of how much properties are selling below the list price on average. So it's a good proxy for how much negotiating room there is when you are the buyer. And in August, the sale to list price ratio dropped almost a full percentage, meaning that there is more negotiating room when you are the buyer. Now let's jump over and take a look at sales by sub area. This table is measuring year-over-year changes again, and when looked at that way, sales are actually up just shy of 2%. Which areas are up and which ones are down is a bit of a mixed bag, so if you'd like to take a closer look, feel free to pause the video. I'm going to move on to days on market, starting off with the 10-year. So far year to date, it's taken an average of 46 days for properties to sell, which is about 3% above the 10-year average of 45 days. If we jump over and take a look at the trailing 12 months, we see that in August it took an average of 53 days for properties to sell, which is about 7% higher than the trailing 12-month average of 49. And as you can see, there was a huge spike up in August, essentially indicating that the market is slowing down. Finally, let's take a look at days on market by sub-area. Again, this table is measuring year-over-year changes, and when looked at in aggregate, we're essentially flat. Currently, we are 1% lower than we were last year, and currently the fastest areas of town to sell are Westmont, Batch, Brock, and North Cam, all with an average days on market of 40 days or less, whereas the areas taking longest to sell are Sun Peaks, Paul Lake, Tobiano, and Red Lake, all with an average days on market between 82 up to 90. That's all we have for today. I really hope that you guys are continuing to get value out of these market updates. If you are, consider liking and subscribing to my YouTube channel. And if you ever feel like something isn't being thoroughly explained, or you would like something added to these market updates, please feel free to leave your comments or suggestions in the comment section below, and I will get to them as soon as I am able. Thanks for watching.